Alright, everybody, this is Mr. Ponytron once again, and this time I am bringing you a My Little Pony fanfiction reading. Now, this one is about Doctor Who, Derpy, and Dinky. So, let's get right into it, shall we? Let's. The Impossible Child, an MLP fanfic. Chapter 1, Dinky. It was a nice day in Ponyville. Every pony was in a cheery mood, as it was always like this in springtime. Although, none of them noticed a blue box appearing in the middle of an alleyway. On the top of the box read the words, Police Public Call Box. A brown stallion with an hourglass cutie mark stepped out of the box first, along with the cross-eyed gray Pegasus mare with bubbles for a cutie mark. "So, Doctor," said the gray mare, "where are we now?" The doctor looked at the tip of his front hoof and put it in the air. "Roughly around the same time we left, Miss Deppy," he said. And I believe only a few hours have passed. Ooh, I should make us muffins over at my place," Derpy squealed with delight. "That sounds absolutely splendid. Do you have any butter there?" said the doctor. When Derpy and the doctor arrived at Derpy's cottage, she noticed a few things were a bit off. For starters, the furniture seemed to be rearranged and some even missing. Derpy's eyes widened. "Carrot Top, what happened?" she screamed. Carrot Top was a roommate when the doctor showed up. However, when Derpy called for Carrot, there was no answer. The doctor and Derpy became frantic and looking for the orange-maned mare. "I'll go upstairs," said the doctor. He rushed up and pulled out a sonic screwdriver. "No life-form readings up here!" the Time Lord shouted after a while. As Derpy was rummaging through the basement, she heard a small sound coming from the living room. A giggle? As Derpy and the doctor entered the living room, Derpy said, "Carrot, what's the big—" But it wasn't Carrot Top. It was a small blonde gray-purple unicorn filly with yellow eyes. "Mom, why are you home so early?" said the filly. Derpy was very confused at this. "Huh?" she managed to say. The filly then looked at the doctor and her face brightened. "Dad, you came home!" This was the doctor's turn to become confused. "What?" he said. The doctor and Derpy exchanged glances for a little while. I'm sorry, but who are you?" Derpy asked the filly. The little unicorn giggled. "Oh, stop being silly, Mom. It's me, Dinky, your daughter, silly." Derpy looked right at the doctor and whispered, "We never... did we?" The doctor shook his head quickly. He then looked back at Dinky, as did Derpy. Dinky talked again, saying, "Dinky, you know." Dinky started doing this little song and dancing and sang, "Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake." After Dinky was finished, Derpy cocked an eyebrow. She knew her friend Twilight knew that rhyme. But who was this mysterious little filly? Dinky's smile faded and she said, "Okay, Mom, this isn't funny anymore." Derpy stared a little longer at Dinky. This was making the filly upset. "It's me, Dinky!" She then ran to the closest picture she saw. And in the picture was Dinky. And, wouldn't you know it, the doctor and Derpy were in it too. "See?" yelled Dinky. "This was right before Daddy left. Why can't you remember?" The doctor stood still for a moment. He had those situations with children in the past, but this one was far too odd. The Time Lord then scanned Dinky with a screwdriver and checked her readings. The doctor's eyes widened when he saw the results. "It's your filly," he said with a blank expression, holding his screwdriver out to Derpy. The Pegasus mare raised an eyebrow. "Huh? Give me that!" she said, snatching the screwdriver out of his hoof. Derpy's eyes widened when she saw the results. Apparently she's yours too." "What?" the doctor yelled. The Time Lord took back the screwdriver and checked the results. After giving it a few whacks, he checked again. He gave up after the screwdriver's 15th whack against his head. "No," said the doctor. "No, it's not possible. How could she—" "Hello, I can hear you," said Dinky. The doctor gave Dinky a stern look and said, "Hold on, my dear. Mum and Dad are talking." Suddenly, the doctor noticed another Derpy coming to the door. "Derpy, hide!" he said. "What is it?" said the Pegasus Mare. "It's you! The other you is coming up towards the house!" "Eep!" squealed Derpy as she raced upstairs and hid under a bed. When future Derpy opened the door, she got a surprise. Her husband has come home after another dangerous mission. "Doctor!" she said, and ran up to the Time Lord. Suddenly, to the doctor's surprise, Derpy gave him the biggest kiss on the muzzle he's ever received from anyone. "You, jeez, Mom, I'm right here," Dinky said with disgust. After she was done kissing the doctor, Derpy looked at her daughter. "Sorry," she said. Suddenly, Dinky was very confused. "Wait, since when do I have a dad and two moms?" she yelled. "What?" yelled future Derpy. "Nothing, it's nothing," said the doctor. "Dinky must have learned a new joke." After unsuccessfully trying to win her over future Derpy, he tried the truth. "Okay, look," the doctor said. "I'm just the past doctor. I'm currently traveling with your past self, and we have not heard of Dinky until now." "Then it's before we fall in love?" future Derpy said. The doctor blushed furiously. "Hey, Dinky," said future Derpy. "Why don't you go do your homework?" "Okay," said Dinky. "Oh, and Dinky, if you happen to run into the other me, tell her I said hi," said the Mare. "Will do," said the Unicorn Filly. When Dinky entered her room, she noticed a blonde tail sticking out from under her bed. "You know, you were never the best at hide and seek," she said. "Huh?" said Derpy. "Your tail's sticking out," Dinky replied. "Oh, is she... am I... Don't worry," said Dinky. "Mom's downstairs with Dad. You can come out now." Derpy came out from under her future daughter's bed. "You know, you really do look like Mom," said Dinky. And by the way, she said hi. Could you not call me Mom? All this is a little too weird for me here," said Derpy. "Why?" asked Dinky. "What could I call you then?" Just call me Derpy for now," said the cross-eyed Pegasus. "Okay, Derpy," said Dinky. Say, said Derpy. "How old are you?" "Almost 7. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to do my homework." Dinky levitated her homework over to herself and finished it in about 5 seconds. "Done," said Dinky. Derpy was bewildered at this. "Already?" she said. "Well, yeah," said Dinky. "And Mom always says when I'm done with my homework I can start playing." The filly's eyes widened. "Ooh, do you want to play?" she asked. Sure," said Derpy. "What do you want to play?" "I want to play that game Dad taught me but when he was here last," said Dinky. "And what game is that?" "Oh, it's really easy. I'll put my hooves to both sides of your head." Dinky did so. "Now close your eyes," said the filly. Derpy and Dinky both closed their eyes. "Dinky, you're in my head!" yelled the startled Derpy. "Mm-hmm," said the Unicorn. "Now I can play." Meanwhile, downstairs, the doctor heard Derpy shout from upstairs. He looked back at future Derpy. "I assume you know what's happening?" future Derpy said. "I barely remember it." The doctor looked at future Derpy quizzically. "Dinky can get into ponies' minds?" he asked in disbelief. "Well, right now, yes. She's playing Ultimate Hide and Seek," said future Derpy. "I barely remember the game itself, and the filly's about to learn why I don't play that game with her anymore. And to tell you the truth, Doctor, I remember a lot about today, and all I can tell you is that Dinky's gonna need you now more than ever." "What do you mean by that?" the Time Lord asked. "Doctor, it's one of your rules. The future can't tell the past their destiny." The doctor was quiet for a moment, and then looked up to the stairs, then back to future Derpy. "I just find it hard to believe that I'd have a child," he said. "I know," said future Derpy. "You told me once that Time Lords aren't able to have children, but you did with me, and Dinky's all the proof you need." The doctor was silent again, and for a few more moments, and asked, "So, tell me, how much is she like me?" "Well, quite a lot, actually," said future Derpy with a hint of cuteness about her. "She's kind and caring, much like you are, and she got in trouble with trying to use her psychic paper." The doctor was surprised. "Psychic paper?" he asked. How old is she?
She'll turn 7 in a few months, said future Derpy.
The doctor was dumbfounded for a good few moments, then asked, out of curiosity, why does she use it?
Well, once she tried to pass herself off as Princess Celestia in order to get every muffin at Sugar Cube Corner.
Back upstairs, as Dinky pulled her hose from Derpy, Derpy opens her eyes to see Dinky, seeing the future daughter have a look of shock. Dinky almost even shed tears.
Mom, you were bullied?
She asked. The unicorn filly gave Derpy a hug.
All that name-calling? And ponies pulling on your wings and mane? Mom, I didn't know.
Derpy hugged Dinky back.
That's okay. It's all in the past now, she said. Things are actually a lot better for me now, continued Derpy. Because you with Dad?
Dinky asked. Derpy froze for a moment and said,
What?
Dinky repeated her question. At this point, Derpy was blushing uncontrollably and said,
Maybe. So you do like Dad?
Shouted Dinky with glee. Derpy's eyes darted more unusually than they normally do, and she said,
Come on, said Dinky. Admit it, you love Dad.
At this point, Derpy had regained her knowledge of speech and said,
Well, so what if I do? It's not like I'll have a chance with them. Besides, we both know the answer to that.
The Grey Pegasus looked down for a while.
Maybe someday,
she said with a smile.
But I'm not brave enough to tell him. But I think you are, or else I wouldn't be here talking to you right now,
said Dinky.
Oh my gosh, you're right,
Derpy admitted. The Pegasus then stopped and thought out loud.
Oh, how embarrassing. I'm getting love advice from a 6-year-old.
Dinky naturally giggled at this.
Oh, said Dinky, I almost forgot. It's parent-teacher conference today. And, I really want Dad to come.
Oh, said Derpy.
That's nice.
The Pegasus mare suddenly wondered how her future daughter was doing in school. But since there were 2 Derpies at the same time, she wouldn't want to risk running into her other self. Then Derpy got an idea. She went over to open the window. When Dinky asked,
Where are you going?
I want to go over to the schoolhouse
to listen in and see how you're doing. I'll be hiding the whole time, so don't tell your dad or, me that I'm there, okay?
said Derpy.
Okay,
said Dinky, and Derpy took off. Dinky went back downstairs to find her mom and the doctor.
Hey, Dad, you want to come with me to my parent-teacher conference? To see how I'm doing?
Asked the filly. The doctor thought for a moment and then said, I can't see why not. By the way, who's teaching you?
Oh, and the greatest teacher in the world,
exclaimed Dinky.
Princess Twilight Sparkle.
The doctor stopped cold. Wait, he said. Hold on a minute. Your teacher's a princess?
Uh-huh.
As in rule of a country teaching school children? Asked the doctor.
Uh-huh,
said Dinky. Said the doctor. Well, this ought to be interesting. Alonzi! Future Derpy smiled and rolled their eyes at the doctor's old catchphrase as they all went out the front door. Yeah, that's a pretty good chapter, so I'll end it there. Okay, bye-bye.